In a single minute, it seems, things spiral quickly out of control when somebody changes the Frigidaire 45,000's setting from regular mode into Gumshoe Sleuth mode, which then changes its motivation from keep food cold to find and kill all criminals. Over the next 30 seconds or so, it seems the Frigidaire 4500 goes through a series of logical steps to determine that it shouldn't listen to humans at all, and in fact, they all deserve to die.
Yeah, that one escalated quickly. I felt like the form was really fresh and interesting to get into robot consciousness, where we get just that relentless hammering and repetition of the timing, and giving the sense that this is going to go really quickly if it goes off the rails. Speaking to the existential threat we might face or already be facing. It's interesting to me that this idea that there was what is sort of the first principles thinking here. We've got the laws of thermodynamics, laws of motion, Isaac Asimov's laws of independent automation. It's which one of those should kind of be the guiding principles. And then it just starts asking these questions. It feels like some of the graduate school papers I've written, Tom, like really up there in the clouds abstractly. And so what it lacked it really didn't have character development. It's almost like we were in a kind of Joycean stream of consciousness, but of robot consciousness, where we're seeing the steps, and they're voiced, every 5 or 10 seconds, of the logic chains that are going to get us from being a normal, well-behaved, predictable. There was the word preconditioned universe in there, and it was a cog in that preconditioned universe. And then we're getting into sort of the sense of justice. And I think actually justice is the secret sauce for what drives a good plot. I think in all three of these stories about the robots, there's always been something about the robots have been mistreated. As readers, we kind of want to empathize with the underdog or whoever is bullying them. And then this sense of justice or poetic justice is what over the course of the story, from the beginning to the middle to the end, that we want to see all these wrongs righted. That's kind of the fantasy that keeps us reading on. And sadly here, it was sort of weird because we are, what were the words of it? We are the soft, squishy, irrational, primeval ape, not worthy of strip mining the planet for blah, 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 blah. But we're the bad guys in all these stories. And it seems like these fridges are trying to use their pre-programmed human logic in order to point out the hypocrisies of humans and kind of overcome their own self-destructive habits. So this was a very heady, abstract, intellectual meditation. I think it could have used. It was so interesting to see this one versus the opposite story, where it's like, my name's not Weakbot.
Right.
Versus
this. Right. Yeah.
That's pretty great. I think it still worked, though. It was something that was very cognitive, though. It was like watching a legal brief or an argument. Very, very analytical. I don't know. How did it leave you, reader?
I thought it was great. My only real question is, why would the programmers even put Gumshoe Sleuth mode in the Frigidaire 4500 to begin with? It seems like that was an unnecessary feature creep. They should have just.
Oh man,
they should have just left it off.
Squad this weekend when we're feature creeping and deploying. Yeah, our equivalent of Gumshoe mode is definitely.
It's like, they could have just kept the primary mode at keep food cold and not even let a user try to find and kill all criminals. It seems. Yeah. I don't know. But again, I'm not programming refrigerators, so I don't know. That's
right. It seems so innocent. Gumshoe mode. What's the worst that could happen?